Hey guys, Dr. John at Voyage Clinics podcast. I wanted to talk briefly about something I commonly see in the office. In fact, this last week, somebody called me. They had eaten like a fruit that they hadn't eaten in a long time, and they ended up getting like tingly mouth and some rash that started on their body, and then it started to get hives on their body, and then they started to get a scratchy throat, and then they started to get some swelling in their lips. And so, yes, they're heading towards a really serious allergic reaction. So I wanted to talk about allergies. Allergies are really, really common. You can get them from things that you ingest. You can get them from things that you put on topically, like new perfume, new laundry detergents, and things like that. A minor allergic reaction can be just a mild rash to maybe some hives. Moderate would be rash, hives, and maybe some tingling. And then severe would be the ones that you want to go right to the hospital for are when it involves any mucosal membrane. So mouth, throat, eyes. So if you start getting, feels like I can't breathe really well, my tongue swelling a little bit, ER, go to the ER right now. If you know you're allergic to something like that, to that extent, they call that anaphylaxis, then you should have an EpiPen. You should have 4 EpiPens and carry them around with you. And one in the car, one in your purse, one in your satchel. I use a satchel, and carry these around with you to protect yourself from those really bad reactions. Your doctor can order an allergy panel, which will tell you how allergic you are to various things. And when I do this, we're trying to figure out what somebody's allergic to. We might look at like, oh, you have a mild allergy to that thing and this thing and this thing. But this thing you have a profound anaphylactic top tier allergy to. And those ones are the ones that I just give them an EpiPen, make sure that they're safe and say, avoid that thing. But if they can't avoid it, then there you go. You've got an EpiPen to protect you. Just allergic reactions, very, very common. And know that hives are like, ooh, it's getting bad. You can use Benadryl for that. You can use Zyrtec, Claritin, any of the antihistamines orally for those. Those are really helpful. If it starts to involve mucous membranes, definitely go to the ER. And for my clients, just call, text the telehealth line, and we'll help you manage those allergic situations. We just did one this last weekend and actually ended up having to go to the ER because they started having airway involvement. What if I'm allergic to a medicine? Obviously, you should tell your doctor about that, and they should avoid that medicine. But there are some medicines that have cross-reactivity. So like penicillin allergy sometimes has some cross-reactivity with some of the cephalosporins, which is another antibiotic. And so we try to look at the extent of the penicillin allergy. So if it's just a rash, we might still try a cephalosporin if they have like a cellulitis or a skin infection. And but if they have anaphylaxis to amoxicillin, then cephalosporins are off the chart, because even though it's a small percentage of people that have both, it's not worth the risk. So those are the allergy space. Oh, what about allergic rhinitis, like seasonal allergies? I have done a podcast on this, but I'll just reemphasize some things here. So this is like something floating around in the air, pollen, and it hits my nasal turbinates. My nasal turbinates get really red and fussy, and they produce a whole bunch of mucus and congestion and sneezing and coughing and the typical allergy thing. So what do I do with that? For that, nasal rinse off that pollen. Do that at least once a day. Get the pollen off your nose or whatever you're allergic to. I actually sand a lot of wood, and I make these fun little Serenity wood pieces for my clients. They're awesome. And but that sanding, sometimes I get the sawdust in my nose, and then I'm sneezing, having an allergic reaction to some of that stuff. And so I have to rinse it out. And then great to use like Zyrtec or Claritin. Allegra also works. And those are brand names. You can use generic of all 3 of those. They're all generic and affordable. Those are over-the-counter medicines, easy. Also Flonase and Nasacort. Those are brand names as well. The generic names are triamcinolone and fluticasone. Those are nasal sprays. You can spray those in your nose, and that will help a lot as well. Those nasal sprays, the nasal steroids, when you spray it twice each nostril for adults, don't sniff in too hard. Just spray twice each nostril and let it calm down, and not into your airway. And so those are really good. And then lastly is like a nasal antihistamine, which is like Astelin spray. Those are really good. And so those are great things. If your allergies, seasonal allergies, are not better with those over-the-counter remedies, then you can scale that up to your doctor. There's a couple more medicines that we can add to your regimen. What about the seasonal steroid shots? It used to be practiced commonly. Some doctors used to give like a seasonal steroid shot for seasonal allergies. This has fallen out of favor. The risk to steroid shot largely outweighs the benefit to steroid shot for the seasonal allergies, especially since you have so many very effective over-the-counter remedies. People say some of these remedies don't work for them. It's often because they're just not consistent. So that's the key. You have to consistently use them and they will work beautifully. In multiple ways, actually. So you've got the antihistamines working for you, you've got the nasal steroids working for you, you've got the nasal lavage working for you, and then you've got the nasal antihistamine working for you. So attacking it from multiple directions is very, very effective. I think those are all the real allergy things. We can go into bug bites and stuff another time, but those create kind of almost an allergic response, but a lot of that's venom. So we'll table that for next time, but we'll talk about bug bites soon. Hope this was very helpful for you guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And I'm Dr. John with Voyage Clinics Podcast. Enjoy the life's journey.